Welcome back, mystery lovers. All right, buckle up, y'all, because today's tale might just make you question a few things about trust, love, and the pulpit. A true case of love, lies, and out lies. So, we're diving into the peculiar and perplexing life of William Pounds III, a man who not only led a congregation, but also led a double life. This wasn't your typical sermon, no love thy neighbor lesson here. So tell me, what happens when a pastor's personal life takes a plot twist darker than a midnight gospel choir? Let's just say the path to righteousness took a sharp turn, and unfortunately, someone didn't make it out on the other side. And while the good pastor preached forgiveness on Sunday, the real action was apparently happening after the benediction. So stay tuned as we unravel the twists, secrets, and a story so scandalous you might just need a blessing afterward, or at least a really strong cup of coffee. This is Melanin Mysteries, where the truth is stranger and sometimes funnier than fiction. I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your co-host Willie. Let's go ahead and see what we got going. Okay, so on the evening of June 12th, 2015. Now you should already know how this goes if you are a long-time listener, because it starts with a 911 call. So Pastor William Pounds III is frantic and devastated. His fiancée Kendra just committed suicide. She shot herself in the head.
Damn, that was a way to start the episode. All right.
Right. Right. Just straight to the point, right?
So Kendra Monique Jackson was born to Reverend Ira Williams and Leolis Jackson on April 26th of 1969. She was one of five siblings. She had one brother and three sisters. One sister, we only know her name is Rashida Brown. We don't know about the other ones. So before meeting the good pastor, she was married and had three children of her own, Cynthia, Aaron, and Chelsea. But unfortunately, that marriage ended in divorce, but they still co-parented, for the kids. So Kendra worked as a personal banker at BB&T as well as part-time at a jewelry store. Her friends jokingly called her Michelle Obama. They said she was the epitome of grace. Her one friend said about her, quote, when she showed up, she brought the sun with her. She was sassy and classy.
All right. Now, William Claude Pounds III was born in 1968. His parents were Llewellyn Justice Pounds and William Pounds Sr. We found one sister, Jamie, but he was the youngest of four. Didn't get that much information on the rest of them. He was born and raised in Macon, Georgia. He graduated from Central High School before going on to the Air National Guard. He was married in 1993 to Anidra Sprate. Not sure how long or how many of his six kids was by her, but they he had some. But unfortunately, they ended in a divorce. So in spring 2006, he pledged Omega Psi. His name was Promise Q. The names are hilarious, but I couldn't find it for where he attended college. Now, by 2015, he had been a pastor of 13 years of King Chapel Memorial CME in Perry, Georgia. So, yeah, the question is, how many kids was by her?
That's what I'd like to know, because you ain't leave me and divorcing my ass and leave me with six kids. You going to take half these kids with your ass. I
Yeah,
know
them
that.
niggas, that's a lot of damn kids, man. Damn. So it was said that William was very handsome and he had those eyes, the ones that women go crazy over, the hazel ones. He had a swag about him also. And he was about his business. So since William and Kendra were both divorced, remember Kendra is his fiance, the one that was found that one that committed suicide. Neither of them were in a rush to get back down the aisle. So they took their relationship slow, like snail slow, torso slow. I hate that. Sloth slow, like retarded slow. So they got engaged in 2012, but by 2015, they still hadn't made it down the aisle. They had scheduled a wedding date of 2014, but allegedly William postponed it due to financial reasons. I never understood why people say engaged that goddamn long.
First of all, why it take you 12 years to propose?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that shit. I mean, again, I know people got to take their time to figure people out, but I mean, come on,
It
I ain't
don't
gonna.
take no
It don't take
12
no damn
years.
12
And
years.
we've been together 15 years and you still not ready. And then you talking about you postponing due to financial reasons. Oh my God, that's a whole
Nigga,
topic
you
for
knew you
another
were
day.
broke. Yes, exactly. You knew you were
But
broke.
but the thing
But
is, like, I don't understand. Okay, so let me quick things. I wasn't gonna say, but I saw this post the other day, and this lady, she was saying she wanted this real big wedding, but her venue was really expensive. And she said, well, how much should I charge my guests? Like, what's appropriate? Nothing. I'm not paying to come to your wedding. These people talking about, oh, I charge people $300 to come to my wedding, baby. I wouldn't be there. Go down to the courthouse. It's free or cheap.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But I'm not paying to come. If it's not a destination wedding and you want me to pay, I'm not coming.
Well, first of all, in this situation, I guarantee you, after all them years, she probably was like, nigga, at this point in time, like, we could go right to the justice of peace, do what we gotta do, and call it a day. That nigga like, nah, my money kind of funny, dog.
Nigga, I ain't. We can go to the Justice of Peace from the get go. That, or we could just go off and run off to an island and get married. I don't need nobody. I don't even like people like that. So, but
I
that's
mean,
me.
but
I'm
that's
a
you
weirdo.
exactly. You didn't put yourself in the story. This is this Kendra, and William. This not Tiffany.
Kendra should have had better standards. I ain't sitting around waiting no man for 15 years. We
That's a
ain't
long
married
ass
yet.
time. Exactly. Go ahead though.
So, anywho, we're back to the scene of the crime. So, while on the phone with 911, it was almost a 10-minute phone call, by the way. William is attempting to give Kendra CPR before the first responders arrive at 5711 Bellmead Place. So, since William is in the military, his sergeant is also called to the scene. The military police and the EMT arrive at the scene, and unfortunately, Kendra is pronounced dead at the scene. So, rest peacefully, Kendra.
Rest in peace.
So when Williams spoke with his sergeant and the police, it was around 12:30 a.m. His sergeant was Sergeant Shelby Rutherford, and he went over the events of the day. He said that he and Kendra and her children, they spent time together before Kendra dropped her kids off to their dad. So around 10 p.m., they were lying in bed and watching basketball. And Kendra, she brought up the wedding planning, like, nigga, what's going on? Like, what we doing? Like, is it time to go pick out my dress? Like, what's popping? And the conversation somehow turned into an argument. So he said that Kendra got up, she got dressed, she grabbed his gun. It was a 40 caliber pistol from the dresser, and she went to the foot of the bed and pointed the gun at him. He said he hid under the covers.
Wow.
Then he moved to the end of the bed and tried to grab the gun from her. He said he touched the gun before it went off. Just in case
Oh,
y'all find my fingerprints on it, I just
exactly.
want y'all to
Like
let y'all know I touched it.
why they gonna have under the cover for? Like that's really gonna protect them from getting shot.
Or you're like, I hid under the covers because maybe she wouldn't see me
Yeah,
coming to
she
the
must
end of the
see
bed.
me. Exactly. Come on, Pastor. You got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. So around 5:30, William gave his formal statement to the police that was transcribed. William said on the day of the shooting, he talked to Kendra about ending their relationship, and she started screaming and kept repeating, I can't have you, neither of us will live." Unquote. I should say quote first, my bad. He said he tried to talk her down, and when he tried to grab the gun, she turned it from him to her. He remembered hearing one gunshot, and he put on his pants and called 911. Oh, that's weird. So like bam, let me go ahead and put these trousers on right quick. He turned Kendra over as instructed by the dispatcher, and then he tried to resuscitate her, right? So the detectives have the unfortunate task of informing Kendra's children of her passing. And at this time, they ruled the shooting a suicide. But when the children and the family were informed, none of them, they wasn't having that shit. They know they people, they know they mama. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, she would not commit no suicide whatsoever. She had planned with one of her daughters the following day to go shopping. You know what I'm saying? So her ex-husband even chimed in and said, nah, he didn't believe the suicide either. So Kendra's family was pushing back and insists like, y'all gonna have to do a little bit more investigation on this one because some just don't sound right to us.
As they should. I'm glad somebody push back and didn't just accept what these
I mean,
sorry
yeah,
ass
at the
cops.
15 year, what happened with the 15-year marker? It's like, I just can't take it this time. 15 years, she probably was so used to that shit. Like, she probably wasn't even worried about getting married at that point. She
At
probably
that
was just,
point, I don't even want to marry your ass no more.
yeah, she probably wasn't even thinking about marriage at that point, man. Like, all right, nigga, go ahead. It's been 15 goddamn years, man. Shit.
That's
15,
wild.
yes, exactly.
So the detectives, they go back to the scene, and this time they bring the CSI squad with them. So they start moving things around. They start looking behind crevices, and they happen to move the comforter, and they notice a bullet hole in the mattress, which would make sense if she was by the bed. But there was
Okay.
also a bullet hole found in the wall. A little suspicious.
Exactly, exactly.
So, based on William's story, why would there be two bullet holes? But then again, they're like, okay, sometimes, traumatic situations, you may forget some minor details. Okay, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. So, it was noted that the bullet hole that was in the wall had been tampered with, like somebody tried to take it out of the wall but failed. And then they didn't find that second bullet from the mattress. So, If it's a suicide, who's messing with the bullets and why would you be messing with them? If there's a suicide, why are there two holes and not just one?
And I tell you, man, people don't be thinking when they be doing. If he did, we don't want to. Well, we don't know yet. But if he did, they don't think they should be doing the dumbest shit, like digging in the wall for bullets. Just don't think nothing through. Gotta think it through, right? 6 days after Kendra passed, William was called down for a follow-up interview by police. In this interview, William's story changed, right? So he went from saying this happened, this happened. He mentioned he was actually downstairs when he heard a gunshot go off, and he ran back upstairs to perform CPR. And then he said, wait, no, 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 no. That ain't what happened. That ain't what happened, right? And then he had to knock down the door to get inside. What had happened was, and he actually gets up to demonstrate what took place. So this dude,
You just
he's
changed
just
your
making it,
whole
he
story.
making shit up as he go, right? William said he was kneeling on the bed and Kendra was standing in front of him, holding a gun in between the two of them. He said he then grabbed the gun, caused the gun to go off, and they both fell onto the bed together. And then when he looked up, the gun was touching her head. They ask what side of her head. William tells them the left side. But in the very first story, William said that he was under the blankets when she pulled the gun out. So this nigga, he a
You on three
pastor, he
different stories at
lying.
this point. Nigga, we know you lying. You already gave us three different stories. This is not, okay. So police are like, okay, we're gonna take all this into consideration. We're gonna look at the facts. And what they came back with, they're like, okay, let me come back and read these notes to you, sir. We got several things. We got some questions. So first, there's no evidence to support that you had to knock down any doors. Doors intact. So what door you knocked down?
I mean, if you gonna lie about damn, like, if you gonna lie about that, but like, why even say that when that's gonna be one of the first things they look at?
Right.
Like, what
So
door you not down, bruh?
exactly. So next, the autopsy showed that Kendra was actually shot in the right side of her head, not the left. Which I mean, again, that can be a minimal thing. You ain't paying attention to what side of her head she shot herself
Yes.
on, but okay. But next, the autopsy. Oh, I say the autopsy showed she was showed on the right side, not the left. There was also minimal blood, like there were only specks of blood on Williams' pants from after shooting. Now, if you're close and you're performing CPR because you're literally sitting or kneeling over her with her hands on her chest,
It would
and
be some
you're
type of blood on you.
pumping, it's gonna be blood everywhere. She's bleeding. There's gonna be a lot more blood than just a few specks on your pants.
Yep.
But this is what's very, very alarming here. William had extensive CPR training. Like he was a certified CPR instructor. He taught classes to churches and overseas. And according to the EMT, a person who's trained in CPR wouldn't even attempt a CPR on Kendra because it made no sense. CPR is when like the heart stops. If she shot herself in the head, she's already gone. There's nothing you can do. CPR is not going to do anything. She's already gone, and her heart is going to stop because her brain is no longer functioning. So, sir, you know
But I
this.
mean, you so wait, well, you're saying that even in a situation like that, because the person shoots themselves in the head, they will perform CPR?
No, CPR is like when your heart stops because you're pumping. When you're pumping on the chest, you're trying to get the heart to. That's to get the heart to start beating again. So if the heart is stopped because she's brain dead because she shot herself in the head, the body shuts down because the brain controls everything. So if that's why the heart is shut down because the brain talked to the heart and said we done.
Well, damn. I didn't know that.
So
I thought you performed CPR in any situation.
no, absolutely not. I don't have my CPR certification anymore because I ain't in the medical field now. I ain't getting it again either. But I know how to do it. You know, yeah, I don't want it no more. So anyway, they arrested William on August 14th of 2015, and he was released on a $500,000 bail October 22nd, and he was formally indicted December 16th, 2015 for felony murder, malice murder, and aggravated assault. His congregation posted his bail.
Wait,
His
what?
family,
What?
his congregation posted his bail.
Man, you using the church money for that? Y'all put these churches, man. Let me tell you, church folk, know what I'm saying? Remember one thing, man. You're supposed to praise God, not the pastor. People be so obsessed with the freaking pastor. Like, know what I'm saying? Granted, he's a man. This I'm not paying for no pastor. his bond to get out of jail?
Especially not a murder charge. I'd be like, "Mm-mm, Imma just go ahead
Hell
and take my
no, man.
membership
You better
elsewhere.
go ahead
No,
and
thank you."
pray to the Lord, know what I'm saying? See what he could do for you. Take
'Cause
it
I
to
ain't
the
trying to be funny.
Lord.
This is my thing. First of all, sir, you like I said, I always said pastors are supposed to be held to a higher standard. So, why you shacking up, but you gonna sit there and preach in the pulpit about shacking up and sex before marriage? Don't. This is not a do as I say, not do as I do
Yeah, man,
situation.
I'm tired. I wouldn't. Yeah, if I was in charge of the finances of the church, man, I said, look, put that money to the building fund, man. We ain't doing shit. We ain't getting his ass out. No, forget that. We gonna the assistant pastor gonna step up. He gonna go through the process. Now, maybe okay, I could see a maybe for the lawyer, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But again, no, because
Maybe.
maybe that. But the church money is for the church. That's not for his personal issue, his needs. That's why pastors need to get a goddamn job. Know what I'm saying? Because the church money for the church. That's just my opinion. I'm not paying your
I
bond.
mean, it is to help sometimes when, like, somebody is in need, in the
No,
church,
I
but I
get
don't think
that
it.
of the church, but that's the church money. I'm not talking about you needing it to defend yourself or you needed to post out a post bond.
Um,
Nah, hell no. But it kind of like you said, congregation believed in his innocence, including his sister Jamie Thompson, who was one of the members. So and as always, the T is always in the phone records, always in the phone records, right? So in Kendra's phone, they found text messages between her and a woman named Vincina Crawford, right? They start reading the messages and they find out that Kendra wasn't Williams' only fiance. So the pastor was stroking and
mm,
poking. I knew it, man. That nigga ain't these
mm.
pastors. I mean, you should know he didn't he basically, you know what I'm saying, got you know what I'm saying, on the back burner for 15 years. I mean, yeah. Please don't tell me you just she didn't realize that or expect that. Come on, man.
So it looked like what happened was Sunday, May 31st of 2015, Pastor Appreciation Day at the church. And so, of course, Kendra's Williams' Day. But then Vicinia, she came to surprise William on his special day. So see, Vicinia, she didn't live in Macon. She lived in Atlanta, Georgia, which was about 85 miles away. So it's really not specified how the women found out about each other's existence, but in my mind, this is how it went. So it looks like Vicinia came over, she kissed our man, and Kendra's off doing her rounds, making everything is in order for her man's special day, putting in work as a non-official first lady. And she looked over and she saw it was her man. Who that lady? She don't go here. And she like, And men, when they be doing some BS, they be looking stupid in the face. So they
Hey, hold
can't
on,
hide
hold on,
shit.
hold on, bitch. Calm down. No, calm down, slow
I
down.
know you didn't just call me a bitch.
No,
You getting a little too free with that word, nah.
not you. I'm talking about the
Oh,
pastor was saying that to what is wrong with you?
oh,
No, I said the pastor was saying it to old girl, like, bitch, hold on, slow down. No, no, I'm in front of my church.
oh, my bad,
Jeez,
my bad.
damn. That's hilarious. You gonna say, "Hold
so,
on, nigga, you get too friendly with that word." No, man. Oh, that's hilarious. Go ahead, my
oh,
bad.
so anyway, okay, so she probably like that nigga probably over there looking stupid as hell. Cause his pop about to get blown up.
Yeah,
Men can't hide shit when they doing stupid shit. So
can't hide
he
it.
probably had Vicinia leave, but Kendra's her women's tuition done kicked in, and Kendra was politely like, follow lady outside, like, excuse me, how my fiance? And Vicinia's like, that's my fiance, and Kendra's like, no, baby, that is my fiance. And then Vicinia was like, girl, we've been together for 10 years. And then Kendra like, girl, we've been together for 15 years.
Yeah, this nigga stringing both of them hoes along.
Right. With no wedding in sight. And then, like the smart woman they probably were, they realized that he was playing a mess out of both of them. But I mean, that's not really what happened. But that's how I put it together in
I
my head.
believe
Since
it.
we
I
are left
think,
to
yeah,
cause in the blanks.
yeah, I think that's what happened. Me personally, I agree with your story. Hey,
Hmm.
you know that happened to my mom, right?
No.
Yes, I told you. So my father, back in 1988, my father got shot. Right, he got shot in.
Right.
He was at the bar, and him and some dude got into it. The dude shot my father. So my father was in the hospital, right? So my mom, they get in contact with my mom to let her know that he got shot. She had to catch a cab or something, because my father had the car to the hospital. He was at Charity Hospital over there, in the hood, the St. Vincent now, over there by the project.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah. up at the hospital. She go to the hospital and go up there, and there's a lady in there crying over my father, right? My mom going like, "Oh, pardon me, who are you?" She like, "Hi, it's blah blah blah." I ain't gonna say because out of respect. Um, I'm his fiance, and my mom like, "Oh, hold on, bitch, I'm his wife," and that's how I met Kim and Keller.
Wow. See, you
Yeah.
never told me. That's right. And your mom is the sweetest. Oh my God. I can't. Did
Yes,
you
my
turn it
true
out up
story.
there?
Yes, and that's how I found out I had a brother, a sister that's 1 year younger than me, and I got a brother that's the same age as, my little brother. Okay, go ahead.
That's wild.
Yes, that's wild, man. Yes, it is. What's
So
up?
it was found out that the two women, they were texting back and forth. But both women decided to still continue their respective relationships with William.
Oh, come on now. They
So
like, "Alright, girl, you play your part, I'm gonna play my part."
I guess they said, "Fuck it, it's the
So who
shortest
was the
nigga
side
out
chick?
here."
So who was the
Well,
side chick?
clearly Vasinia's a side chick because she came in after.
Oh, yeah, and plus she they don't live together. Yeah, so she was the side chick.
I mean, it
Okay.
don't matter. I ain't sad chick. If I ain't the only chick, it don't matter to me. But yeah, but they both decided they're gonna continue their relationships. So Vasinia and William were actually scheduled to get married on June 12th, 2015, which remember that's the same day that Kendra died.
Yes.
So wow, so that nigga basically was in bed with Kendra the night before his wedding. That he's supposed to the night before he's supposed to get married. He's with Kendra, and that very next day he's supposed to be getting married to Vasinia, which because this happened around midnight on June 12th. So later that day he was gonna get married to somebody else. How
That's
did
foul, man. All
ain't
while
it
he
like
out
he
there preaching the word
cold?
of the Lord. All while he preaching the word of the Lord. Oh my gosh.
Tell
This
you.
is a living
So
foul.
before William was arrested, they had also brought Vasinia down to the station for questioning, but she had been ruled out by phone records, so they weren't worried about her. So in March 2016, William's bond was revoked, and he was actually sent back to the county jail to await his trial because the nigga was outside like he ain't had no murder case pending.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was living okay. He over there living his best life, huh? Okay, okay.
With his ankle monitor on.
Yes. This dude now where was he at again?
So with his ankle monitor, he was only allowed to go to certain places like his attorney's office, doctor's appointments. He was allowed a once a week trip to a specific Walmart, things like that.
Yeah, I get
Instead,
it.
that nigga kicking it. He visiting family, friends, he drinking, he partying. Somebody even snapped a picture of him at a Mardi Gras ball. So this nigga just
Man,
outside like he ain't.
living. This
I
nigga
guess he figured, well, fuck it. I mean, I'm about to go away for the rest of my life, so I'm about to enjoy what time I got.
my thing, even in that situation, man, I know the congregation had to know about it. I know they're like, man, we didn't pay this nigga bond, and he out there at Mardi Gras showing titties, well, looking at titties, drinking and partying, so with friends and family. Oh man, this dude, yeah.
And
So
don't come by my house and you got an ankle monitor on. Take your ass on with that mess. Take
yeah, I
your
think
ass
yeah,
on. Don't come around here with that mess.
yeah, but yeah, I thought that you wasn't even allowed to leave the house or whatever.
Like I say that they gave him certain restrictions of things, places he could go, and that nigga just said fuck it and just
I get yeah, but I mean, they got him sort of place to go, so it's like March. So yeah, he said, man, the pastor gotta have a little fun, and look, he took his he took taking a sabbatical is what they call it. So William trial started October 18, 2017. During the trial, the state had an expert in crime scene reconstruction and blood pattern analysis testify. The specialist testified that he saw no evidence that Kendra had a gun in her hand or even fired the fatal shot. So that was his quote. The expert testified that based on the blood calculation, that it had been at least 10 minutes that Kendra was lying face down before William turned her over. And that in his opinion, there was at least 7.5 minutes between shooting and William dialing 911. Right?
what was the nigga doing all that time?
Exactly, trying to clean up the mess.
Well, he should have tried to
Man,
bust down that door while he was sitting there too, to make it look like
I
he was
know
busting
that yeah,
down the door.
exactly, man. Make it look real. This nigga should have bust on. He trying to dig out bullets and shit. That's what he said. He also said that he was confident that Kendra was not standing at the time of the shooting, like William had told in all the different stories. Um, that her head was below the level of the bed at the time of the shooting. So one of William's friend, his name was Joey Mullinets, he testified and said that William told him that he had come home early from a trip to Dallas and argued with Kendra about her cheating, and she grabbed his gun and shot herself. So she cheating, she shoot herself.
Like, what's this to that man? So this is story. That's the fourth story, right?
This is yes. Oh, Pastor man, only time what thou should not lie. Jeez,
He's breaking all the commandments, ain't he?
all the commandments, man.
Mm, mm. So, one of Kendra's daughters, the court documents didn't specify which daughter. She testified that in 2007 or 2008, she wasn't sure, but William had given Kendra a black eye. And then in 2009, William had barged in the house and kicked the front door in. He forced her into his car and then drove away with her. So basically, he kidnapped her, is what he
Damn,
did.
damn, the pastor violent, huh?
I'm telling you. So one of Kendra's co-workers testified that Kendra confided in her about William's constant cheating and also once told her that, quote, if it was ever said that I committed suicide, don't believe it. That'd be scary how people be predicting their
Hell
own death like that.
yeah. No, but you know what though? Because they be knowing the individual. Because I didn't heard a couple of like if something happened to me, you know what I'm saying? It's because of you know what I'm saying, this person or whatever. They be
If I feel
knowing.
like that, that means it's time for me to leave.
Hell yeah. No,
I'm not about to
that
sit
I'd
around and
agree.
wait for you to kill me like, hey, if something happened to me, you know it was such and such. I'm gone. I mean, I can see if it was like an abusive situation and then like, like I try to leave, like something like that. But just like on a random and we ain't never had like a history or a pattern of abuse. And I say, hey, if something happened to me, it was such and such. I'm gone.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
prosecutors also brought up the fact that William was seeing at least five different women at the time of Kendra's death.
Damn, this nigga
He
fucking
had
up
a whole
all they
basket.
PA. He messing up all they pH balances. Good lord. The pastor is pastor. It's did you hear about the one dude over in the other country that like banged out like 400 different women and like majority of it was like his like the wives of people and he videotaped all of it? You know about
No.
that? Oh, man, I gotta see that post. Yeah, this dude was wilding. Then there video that they got an actual video of one of the husbands confronting the wife about it. So he go in and he talking, she like, "Hey, baby," and then he showed a video and she just started crying like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Yes, it was a video of her busting it open for this dude. He videotaped it. Somehow all the videos got out. That part I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah.
so how about this? I see a post on Facebook. It said I went through his phone to see if cheating, and I found screenshots of me cheating.
That's bullshit. That's
Got to
funny.
be more careful. Oh, but did you know that
What?
it is illegal
To go through your
for
personal phone? Yes,
yes to go through
exactly.
like you can that will not hold up in a court of law, and it actually is illegal to
Yes,
go through your partner's phone.
even if you know the code and you go through it without their authorization, that is illegal. You could get in trouble for that. So fellas, there you go. You got something, you know what I'm saying, threat to hang over our head. Like, go through my phone again, I'm calling the police.
Not you sitting there trying to encourage cheating.
Huh? Me? No, no. Well, I was just well, anyway,
Can't even just look at
prosecutors
you, just
also
stumbling all over your words, just stumbling.
prosecutors also played the 911 call during trial. The call lasted over 7 minutes, and in the call, it was noted William muted the phone several times. Once you can hear a toilet flushing in the black background. Now, if you're doing CPR, you can never leave the person. So why the hell you out there flushing the toilet? This nigga like, yeah, I'm going to take a piss right quick. No, bruh. The prosecution believed the second bullet that was never found because William flushed it before the police got to the scene. So William trial lasted 4 days. During the trial, William will be sitting at the defense table with his Bible and will read and pray during the trial. No, don't do that shit now. Don't do that shit now, dog. You know what I'm saying? No. He doing that for them. Trust me.
Mhm.
Williams' defense attorney was Franklin Hugh, and he had William testify on his own behalf. William did admit to being an ancient nigga and cheating and lying, but he still denied killing Kendra. In the 45-minute closing arguments, Mr. Hugh said Mr. Pounds has sat on the stand and confessed his sins to all y'all, but he is not a murderer. He acknowledged that his client is a self-centered hypocrite and manipulator of women who loved him, women who for years behind their backs. he had professed his love to others. The prosecutor, whose name was Jason Martin, he said that perhaps he should have spent more time reading the Bible instead of juggling two fiancées. I would have dropped it
Preach,
there, right there. The do do do.
preach.
That is it. That's all he had to do. Yeah, like no, perhaps he should spend more time reading the Bible instead of juggling two fiancées.
I mean,
That
you
nigga
got me.
got it.
You got the. If I was on the jury, I'd be like, "Poof, the
I
guilty.
know.
There's
I
no
would.
need
Yeah.
for you to go back
I,
guilty."
hey, look. I know the judge probably took his little pointing finger, pointed right on. Like, there you go, dog. But that Bible isn't for him. Like I said, speaking to the jury, it's for you. Basically saying William was using the Bible as a prop. Yes, I do believe that. So the jury deliberated for an hour, and we know already, right, Tiffany? We know when they
They was
deliver,
back there trying to figure out they was eating for
they
lunch.
trying to figure out what they getting for lunch. That's all they was doing, man. It was already they know what they were gonna say already. They were just trying to get, you know what I'm saying, some lunch and figure it out. They came back with a guilty verdict. Williams was sentenced on October 24, 2017 to life
Mm,
without the possibility of parole for
got to be
felony
more
murder.
careful.
Has to be more careful for felony murder, aggravated assault, and malice murder. So they struck his ass. Oh, they got him. Before he would call it off, after sentencing, William turned to someone behind him in the courtroom and shrugged and mouthed, "I tried." I wonder what the fuck you talking about. I tried what? I mean,
I
I
tried to
tried.
get away with murder. It didn't work.
Exactly.
That's what they
There you
tried
go.
to
Yeah.
do.
I tried to. I thought they were gonna believe me having a Bible right here that I didn't do that shit. I tried. That's yes. So he did file an appeal. And it went before the courts just this month, a matter of fact, November 2024. So that just happened. He argued that he should have a new trial due to an error on the court's part of a juror. So one of the jurors, it wasn't found out until the closing statements that the juror knew Kendra's stepmom. They had worked under the same supervisor at one point. Now they didn't have no solid friendship. Like they wasn't a boon cool and what's up, whatever. It was more like I see you and I speak and hey girl, oh, no, we got to catch up went on to, situation, but they never do. And maybe even like I see her on Facebook and wish a happy birthday, but not like a concrete friendship or anything like that that would influence what she said. So at the time when the issue was called, it was addressed and the jurors stated that she could be impartial in the case and the court found no error. They will upheld Williams' sentencing. So he will
Womp,
be
womp,
spending
womp. I don't care.
exactly, dumbass, exactly. He will be spending the remainder of his days at the Phillips State Prison in Beaufort, Georgia. And this is the case of William Pounds III and Kendra Jackson. This is our second case with the pastor killing his wife. So this is, I mean, I guess this
What if
is,
they have a support group in there of pastors who be killing their significant others?
I mean, man,
I
look,
wonder if him and Tracy pen pals.
yeah, so one thing I ain't gonna say, one thing I like about my pastor is the fact that he surrounded himself with men. And I mean, again, I don't know what he do, what I'm saying, in his own secret, whatever. But um, like whenever he goes out of town, he always have the men that keep him accountable. You know what I'm saying? So like they always stay in the same room, stuff like that. Because I mean, it's a lot of to pass be under temptation and everything like that. Now again, there's no justification for what this punk ass nigga did, but yeah, you got women, yeah, because women throwing they draws and want you to pray for them and everything like that. But damn, pastor, you had two fiancées, and
And a whole
the five, yeah, five. And my thing is, the five of the women, I can guarantee you, they were part of the congregation, but so they
I
knew
wouldn't
that he
say
was
all
with
of them, but
them.
at least one or two of them was.
Man, I'm tired. Yes, well, part of yes, yes, you already know. And then even if you say I'm a pastor,
Most women don't care shit. Women don't even care if you're married these days.
no,
They
no,
just
no, no,
like,
I know that though. But if you a pastor, even if he said he was a pastor, I said you can guarantee that she gonna probably go out to the church to check it out at least once. Know what I'm saying? To go, yeah,
mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? Pop up just like old girl did. Pop up at the church on Pastor Appreciation Day.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
And this is my thing. If you with somebody for that long, and especially women, well, I said, well, she said Kendra did, let her know, like, he's cheating, he's cheating, he's cheating. But you know your nigga cheating.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know your
man.
nigga cheating. Like
Yes.
um that's just That's just a lot. Like you dealing with that for like 15 years and then you still bugging this man about getting married. Girl, we gotta start recognizing these red flags. 'Cause the writing
With
is
that
on
with that
the
being with
wall.
that being said, we're about to do our next segment, which is called
Love, lies, and alibis.
okay. So with that being said, that's a
I
good
actually have a so before you do that, I actually
yeah.
have the letter that was written to us for today for today's love lies and alibis.
Oh, okay, 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 go ahead,
I'll
preach.
read the letter so we can give our advice and then you can continue on with what you were saying.
No, 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 we it's good. I didn't wanna okay, you're right, go ahead, go ahead. You know, these letters, I don't be everybody know, I don't be knowing the letters. This be just off the cool, so this is nothing that I be knowing. Obviously, you can see 'cause I thought we were gonna do it about, uh, women,
No, sir, we
whatever.
got a little something different today.
Alright, go
We
ahead.
haven't had one of these in a few episodes, so this is a good one. So I was like, oh, okay. So it says, hey, y'all. So I need some advice. Tell me what I should do. So it says, I've recently met this girl and I really like her. She's pretty, she's hardworking, and she acts like a lady. So recently I spent a couple days at her place after she had spent a couple days at mine. We didn't have sex, but we kissed a lot. I just didn't want to have sex yet. It was an amazing experience. We bonded, cuddled, play fought, and went on a date. It felt good and I wanted her to be the one. Yesterday, though, she called me and asked me to come over for a few days. I was like, okay with it. And then she said she would like to have sex. And I was like, okay. But then she added that after sex, she needed help with $150.
God
I
damn.
have no issues with that, but I'm wondering, did she drop the sex talk on the table as some sort of bargaining chip? Do I come across to her as someone who pays for sex? Also, I felt bad because I thought she was different. Why is she playing the sex for money card? Isn't that what regular basic girls do? Is this a red flag? Should I kill whatever feeling I have inside? I mean, I'll give her the money, but I'm not having sex with her. However, I want to know what you guys think.
Well, first, okay, well, he said that they were at the house before and they were doing a lot of kissing, but nothing popped off because he
Right,
didn't want to, right?
right.
I wonder was she willing to. Know what I'm saying? I think it's bad timing, especially for the money. I think that's very distasteful and bad timing asking for money and then you drop, hey, I want to do this better way. I need money. Like that's automatic turn off for me.
I definitely think it's a red
Yeah.
flag. Like it's just very odd.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, definitely
and,
odd because
and honestly, I think it's one of those situations where, like he said, I thought she was the one, but people are always going to reveal themselves to you as to who they are. You just have to catch it because like that's just weird. As I don't know what, like I don't know where, like, hey, I did $150, like, and you can have sex with me. Like, are you really a?
and I mean, look, let's be honest with you. Depending on what their relationship is, again, they ain't go too much in detail. So if it's a
Well, he said he
situation,
did. He said they recently met, so they haven't been together. I'm assuming they're not in a relationship yet because he said he recently met her and he
well,
really
he
liked.
talk about I think she the one, so that's the only reason I said that.
Well, sir, we know about you. You.
All right.
So
How did it get turned on me? I'm talking about this nigga right here. Know what I'm
I know,
saying?
but some men. I mean, I not even just you, but I've heard people saying like they've met their significant other. They met 3 days later. They got married. They've been married for 20 years. So everybody doesn't have a time limit
No, I
on
get that. No,
when
no,
they
no. I
know
get
the
that.
one.
I
And
get
don't
so.
they say y'all, and don't y'all men say like y'all when y'all meet the one y'all know who she is?
I mean, yes. Sometimes we we fuck up. Sometimes you never trust a bit better than smile. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You can be influenced by the wrong assets, if you know what I mean. So what I was saying was, in that case, I don't know what their thing is, but I mean, if they got a cool relationship or whatever, he felt comfortable doing it. But me personally, that would be an automatic turn off for me. Like, nigga, like seriously, like you first thing you doing is first of all, you try to throw sex in the picture, then you asking me for money. No, bitch, I'm cool on that.
So
I'm
would
on the
you so would you suggest that he keep going, or would you suggest that he just let her go about her business and keep his hope alive?
I'll probably blow her back out there and say, all right, I'll cash up you a little bit later and then just don't call her no more.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, like you know what, like damn, my cash app ain't working. I don't know what's going on. Lord Jesus. And that's it, yeah. I mean, I'm just, you want to know my honest opinion, yes, because I feel like you're trying to play me. So, hey, look, the two can I'll play you.
I have no words.
I figured that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tell him like I would take that as a red flag because it's really giving sex worker. And I would just leave her where she's at. Mhm. Yep, I would just leave her where she's at. That's
Well,
that's all I got for that one. So, with that out of the way, did you have anything else concerning the case?
oh no, 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 no. No, just I mean, what just if I mean 15 years, you know what I'm saying? Wait, you got some oh, damn, I ain't even trying to say you got somebody that you know who was engaged for like the longest, right? Or they're together for like the longest, but they about to get married. We ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna do like that. I wouldn't play
She
with you.
ain't about to get married. They
No,
ain't
not there. You
even
got two
engaged.
people. You got two. God damn, you got two people.
Why I'm
The
only speaking on
the
one?
other one, no, the other one talk about she about to get married now. But they engaged for a while? The one that's about to get married, they are about to get married, like, in 2 years. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not trying to say no names.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there like I ain't got no friends. Who is you talking about? No, they're getting married next year.
Okay, but how long were they engaged for?
They just got engaged.
Oh,
They've been
okay,
together.
okay, I was
They've
wrong
been
there. I
together
respect that.
for like they've been together for about shoot, Jair 7. They've been together about 8, 9 years.
Is that do you think that's long?
Hell yeah, I ain't staying around that long. I ain't trying to be funny at this point, this age, and they're older. They were in their 50s, baby. You got about a hot year and a half with me before I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna stop. I mean, if it was in our 20s, I could see it, but dude, we in our late 30s, 40s. I don't date nobody under the age of 40, so I ain't got time to be sitting here wasting time. I wasted my whole 20s messing around with one man. So
Yes.
I and
I
half my 30s with another one. So no, I'm good. You want a time clock with me. And
No,
I
you
and
got to, man, because at the end of the day, you gotta understand, man, you only at a once you get in your 40s, man, you only got a couple good years of good coochie. Let's just be honest, alright? Just throwing it out there. You only got a couple good years, so all I'm saying is you don't wanna waste all your good coochie years on a bum nigga, and I should send that to that person that you know, but I'm not about to do that.
she ain't listening no way. Um, but no,
Oh,
I mean, I just feel like I mean, and like it's a whole big thing on social media about like Shamar Moore. He said that he's not marrying his current girlfriend
yes, I saw
because
that. He don't
um
have any good, like, marital, role models or
yeah,
nothing
I call
like
bullshit
that.
on that. But that's neither here nor there with the point I'm making. If you don't want to get married, that's perfectly fine. Everybody has their preference. Everybody doesn't feel like marriage is, what it's supposed to be or whatever, whatever. And that's perfectly fine. I respect your opinion. But me, I'm not dating just to date. Like that's not my goal. But everybody feels something different. But my thing is shit, just be honest with somebody. If you feel like, hey, I'm just looking for a life partner, but I don't want to get married. Hey,
I
that's
mean, but
perfectly
yeah,
fine.
it's a lot of women, just like I got in trouble because I said a lot of freaky ass niggas. Remember, they were yelling at me. But it's a lot of women that were okay with that. You got a lot of women
Yeah.
like, okay,
I see,
I'm down.
especially these
Yeah,
days,
but
it's plenty of women who don't want to get
yeah,
married.
don't get with a man, don't get with a woman who is telling you from the GP that she wants to get married if you know for a fact that is something that you're not even on the same wavelengths, you're not even thinking about that. Don't even waste your time, bro, because it ain't fair to you and it definitely ain't fair to her. And I'm being honest. Don't even do that. Know what I'm saying? And that's why, yeah, you gotta be honest. Know what I'm
And,
saying? You
and I can personally attest to that because when I met the one I spent 5 years with, the very first conversation, and I mean the very first conversation we had was, "What are your intentions? Are you just dating? Are you dating for marriage? Like, what are you interested in?" And it was, "No, I'm not out here dating just to date. Like, I want to get married. I want a wife." So we inching. It's been 5 years now, and we had like never wanted to move in together. Oh, it's not going to save money. Oh, okay. Well, what is we doing? I'm like, it's been 5 years. What are we doing,
what you were doing
man?
was ignoring what you were doing was ignoring red flags, my nigga.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 100%. I was ignoring red flags.
Yeah.
I
That's why I like the new
dealing
Tiffany
with a
line.
narcissist. Lifetime. I am ready to tell my story when y'all are. I'm ready.
A matter of fact,
Um,
ooh, we should do that, man. Hey, look, hey, look, a better way, them lives we be doing, man. We gotta definitely do them live we doing. We wanna thank everybody. We're basically done with the story, but we wanna definitely thank everybody for the live though. Like them live that live we did yesterday was nice for all the day ones that participated. But Tiffany gonna do her story about life of a narcissist. Um and she's gonna I think she's ready to tell her story. I think that'd be good.
I'm ready to
You
tell
made
my.
me you made me tell all that stuff about myself.
I mean, I don't. You know, I don't. I don't care. I
Yes, know what I'm saying? I think that'll be good. So
okay. We'll do it live. Not this week though. When another day. No,
I
don't.
know, I know, I know, I know. So with that being said, man, we want hey look, we got always we do this. So let you know how committed we are. Khadijah Brown, we always gotta mention her. That is our baby. That we are really working our hand to do what we can to get our help. As anybody know, if you don't know, we'll give you just the Cliff Notes version of it. Basically, she was on what is that Facebook Live, and she unalived her husband.
You can say
Um,
kill. We on a podcast.
oh,
You can say
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so used to being on freaking TikTok or whatever. Okay, you didn't get me so damn scared to say shit. So she killed her husband. It was not done on purpose. It was by accident. Not only that, once she was convicted of second degree murder. They gave her 34 years. They never took into consideration that she was a victim of abuse. Number one. Number two, she was just struggling with depression and postpartum
and
depression.
all of this was documented.
And
All of
all
it
of this was
was.
actually documented or whatever the case. Remember, I'm not saying there's a justification for her killing him, but the circumstances did not the punishment doesn't match the crime because again, we would say manslaughter. It was not done on purpose. So we say that to say that if you go on her mom's page, Joanne Jones, is that it?
I think so.
Joanne Jones. I'm gonna actually put no, we're gonna actually put a link to her GoFundMe
Oh, on
on
the episode. Yeah, I can do that. I'll put
okay,
it
yeah,
on
yeah.
on
On
the
the
episode.
episode, we're gonna put a link to her GoFundMe. Is you even
Also,
go ahead.
did you want to tell like the other day that she had a seizure and she
Yeah,
flatlined?
so
Like,
no, not just a seizure. She has had several seizures since she
yes,
been in
but
jail,
the
and
one, yeah,
the
but
one
she
seizure she
flatlined
had
after
where she
that.
actually flatlined, yeah, she actually flatlined, and they had to, revive her, so jail is taking a toll. This is somebody that's never been in trouble, know what I'm saying, never been to jail or whatever, and your first, brush with the law, you get
And
34
it was an
years.
accident, and
And
that's
it
the
was an
thing.
accident, yeah, and again, it was legitly an accident. If you listen to the video, you can actually hear what she said, "Oh my god." It was one, and I didn't know the gun was loaded. She did not know the gun was loaded. There was no clip in the gun, but I guess he must have caught the gun, and it was a bullet in the chamber. So we say that to say we will put the GoFundMe. Please donate. Y'all be donating to the most frivolous bullshit in the world. You can donate to this good cause, and also for her mom, so she can give grandparents rights to see her four grandchildren. And Christmas is coming up, so we're definitely me and Tiffany are definitely donating money to help her out for Christmas. Just whatever you can do will be greatly appreciated. We asking all our day ones to step up, even if it's $5. It's better than nothing. That's all we ask, right?
Because like I
Yeah.
said, attorneys are expensive. I mean it, expensive.
Yes.
And like I said, we're not saying that she deserves to be free or anything. We're just saying that the punishment didn't match the crime. And like I
We're
said, if you had
a
caught the
sentence
live,
reduction. Yes, that's all
yes,
it is.
if you
We're
caught the
yes.
live that we were talking about, how should people who have been abused be tried differently? Because like the Mendez brothers are getting out and all that stuff, and people were it was a topic on the Ricky Smiley show about people of victims of abuse. Should they be tried differently than regular people? So that was why I had brought up the conversation. 'Cause it's just something that just something to think about.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So again, take that into consideration. We definitely ask you to take a look at that. Anything else? Thank you for the feedback. Like really, even the thank you for the feedback. We said this on the live. And when we have our live, join it. We interact with everybody. Like really though. We interact and we have fun. So if you listen to our live, I mean we say we're going live, join the live. You know what I'm saying? We definitely interact. We definitely thank people for doing it. We thank everybody for the
Feedback.
criticism, good or bad. Like really though, we definitely appreciate it because we're taking heed and we're definitely working on getting better in everything that we do. Some of it that was aimed towards me, you can kiss my ass, but whatever. Sorry, that's all on you. I'm done.
So make sure you're following us and engaging with us on social media. Melanin Mysteries Pod on Instagram and Melanin Mysteries Podcast on Facebook and TikTok. And make sure you are rating us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. It does help us a lot, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. As well as, share this with your friends if you enjoy us. Hey, keep giving us criticism. Keep telling us if you enjoy what you didn't like, what you did like. Like I said, we really do take everything into consideration. We discuss it in our little daily Melanin Mysteries meetings. I said, we're still working, we're getting better. So we appreciate you for sticking it out with us. And that is all I've got. So just make sure that you always remember that love should not come with a life sentence. So make sure you choose freedom and not felonies.
With that, we out. See you next time.